Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to show y'all, man, I'm going to talk to y'all about something, man. Have you ever wondered why a woman can become an out-of-pocket thought pocket? You understand me? We're going to talk about the gradualism that comes through a timeline of events that makes a woman have the mindset of what I call a musty back heifer. Can you dig it? Now, do me a favor. Before you do anything else, hit that notification bell, man. Once you do that, select the option that says all. That way you'll be informed of all my new content. Can you dig it, Jack? Now, let me go ahead and play this young man up here. He's going to tell you how he has noticed the timeline that makes a woman into a musty back heifer. And this video is for educational purposes. Can you dig it? All right. Like I always tell you, let's get it.
Another reason why I can speak on women being older and lonely and why they shouldn't get any type of special treatment or you should feel sorry for them is because I was raised around a lot of aunties and my mama. Like, it was a lot of feminine energy around me, just in all honesty. My mom was 20. She was dealing with my brother's dad. My brother's dad was basically a thug. He was a thug. He was a rapper. He was a drug dealer. He was that whole image. And after she left him, after they broke up, she started talking to, she talked to a couple dudes, but it was nothing serious. Around the time she got around 25, 26, that's when she started talking to James Vance. Now, from 26 all the way to like 32, somewhere in that age range, 30, 32, she started talking to another dude. And this dude was basically a nobody. He was a lame. And this is the guy who basically jumped on me. When me and my mama had a fight, this is the guy that attacked me when I was a little kid.
Now, let me go ahead and break this down just a little bit. Follow me now. The gradualism that happens in the timeline that makes a woman into a musty back heifer or a promiscuous woman is this right here. They start in their teenage years being a hoe. And it continues all the way to her late 30s or early 30s. Now, that's if she doesn't have any children, because it changed the mindset of that woman when she has children. If she has children, she will continuously be or start as a teenage girl all the way to her late 20s, possibly 30 years old. If she has children, she will begin looking for a provider male, a sucker, a beta male, to help her out of the financial woes and stresses and pressures that she's experiencing because she is a single mother. Now, if she is a woman and she has no children and she starts early being promiscuous, sleeping around, it will start from her teenage years all the way up to her 40s. The reason I'm saying it is because if she has no children and she has no financial obligations to another life, she gonna feel that she's a boss chick and you can't tell her nothing. So she gonna feel that she can do whatever she wants to do, sleep with whoever she wants to, and nothing you can do about it. Now, if she has children, again, that changes. She'll begin also looking for someone like a beta male. When women who don't have children make it to their 30s and 40s, this is when they start really looking for a provider if they are successful. But the problem is she can't get a man because she's too bossy. She's too accomplished. She don't know how to serve or please a man. You understand me? So there's a timeline. They don't just turn into hoes overnight. There's a whole series of steps, a whole lot of things that are allowed, a whole lot of things that are influenced, a whole lot of things that are seen and taught by other women as well, that creates and molds these women into the type of women that we have today. So it's a timeline, and he's giving you an example of what he witnessed himself growing up in his family, and he's giving ages of how the woman was acting between this decade and that decade. This is all real, man. So I wanted to cover this for y'all, ladies and gentlemen out there, especially my homeboys, my gentlemen out there. I gotta do you right, show enough. Let's get it.
And from there is my other brother's dad. They only talked for about a year or so, maybe 2 years. But then after that, was nobody for a while. And then it came around with Joe. Now, Joe is basically my little brother's stepdad. And then the whole Joe situation didn't play out the way that she thought it was. I mean, she ended up marrying him, but you could tell that it was more so like she didn't treat Joe the way she treated James Vance. That's what I'll say. Because I don't want to speak bad about Joe. You know.
The reason why she treated him differently because he was the best choice and not the first choice. I've said that to y'all many times. A woman will marry you if you're the best choice, if you can't have her first choice. You may be the one that's more productive, more resourceful, got more money, can bring more stability. Her first choice is the opposite. He runs the streets, he's not mature, and he'll want to take care of no child. But here you come, the stupid sucker ass stepdaddy. And you are the best choice, not the first choice. She will still cheat on you with the first choice, or men who resemble the first choice, meaning other men who are her type, who may be thuggish or whatever her type is, she'll still sleep around on you and keep you in the dark because you're the best choice and you are the bag, and she can't afford to let you go because you bring all the resources. You understand what I'm saying, Jack? This is a mature conversation here, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let's keep going.
But she basically, Joe was the stepfather that came around, and no matter what he done, it was gonna never be enough. And you know, he's an older man. It's like he don't got time to be trying to. So you kind of get it from both sides. Plus, he had a kid too. But what I'm trying to say is, every level of my mom, it started off with her being with the playboys, and then she went to the dude that had some sense, they can lead her, and then from there, nobody else who was on that caliber came around no more. And then it was the guys who she can probably push around. Matter of fact, one guy, the guy who I was talking about towards the intern of her 30s, this guy, when they were in high school, he always had a crush on her. So he was like her high school crush that she never gave a chance. But she gave him a chance by the time they got 30. And I believe Joe was the other guy that was, you know,
damn,
when
Joe.
I was a little boy, my mama had me by my dad, and then Joe was the guy who was just always around like the best friend. So by the time she got,
he was the beta male orbiter. That's all beta male orbiters are. Dudes who hang around, waiting for the opportunity. Might break a little bread here and there, hoping to get in them draws. That's who that cat was, man. You understand me? Do me a favor, hit that like button for me, man. Let's keep going.
you know, around 40 or something, then she gave Joe a chance. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. Not only my mom, I just gave my mama, only reason I give my mama stuff is because I sat there, I seen it all. Like, I seen every level of my mom. I seen when my mama was 18, I seen when my mama was like 19 going into 20. When I had to be at my grandma's house because she was at college, I seen it all. So I see it firsthand. And the reason why that is so important is because every woman that you look at, their timelines be the same way.
Mm-hmm.
When they're young, they give their best to the fuck boys. That's what they want to call them. Fuck boys or playboys. Then they might try to find a guy that got some sense in his head, but then they realize they can't listen because they already kind of messed themselves up. And then by the time they get 30, it's like, let me give those other guys a chance. Maybe I can push them around and I enjoy being the one that runs everything. They don't like that either. So then you see it to a point where it's like they get bitter.
And that's what I forgot to say. When a woman hits around that 40 or 50 and they ain't got no love, they ain't got no man, that's when the bitterness comes. There is a timeline. That's what you got to understand. These women don't become bitter until they have wasted all their opportunities to get a good man, and after they have blown their youth to where they are no longer attracted to productive men who get money. That bitterness comes later. That's when they realize later that it's too late. Women always realize too late when it's too late. So that's what it is, man. That's a timeline, man. And if you're watching me and you're a woman, where are you at in this timeline? Where are you at? Because I guarantee you, if you're not married in your 20s and try to start a family in your 20s or something like that, you are somewhere in this timeline. You are messing with the fuck boys. You're messing around with people that don't mean you good. You in relationships where y'all always fighting, breaking up, making up, breaking up. Y'all sleep with each other, get back together. Somebody's baby mama, you put them in jail and you bail them back out. Somewhere in this timeline, that's where you at. Somewhere. And that timeline exists for women who are not married. Excuse me, my neck bothers me. But it is what it is. You see it every day, Jack. Every day, man. Can you dig it? I'm telling you the truth, man. And I know this brutal reality is far out of sight, man, but it is what it is. Can you dig it? Let's keep going, man.
And then act like they're not bitter. I have aunties the same old way. My aunties was younger. One of my aunties, she was like I would say around 18, 19 too. She had her first baby daddy was a dude that was like 12 years older than her. So she was dealing with grown men while she was in high school.
Oh.
And even her, she had a chance when she got married. She got married to a guy that made 6 figures around the time she was around 30 something. But even before that, she married guys that made good money, but she couldn't stick to them. Once you raise that body count, when you have sex a lot, this auntie I'm talking about, when you have sex a lot, you can't bond to a man.
When you are a hoe, you're going to always compare your sexual experience with the current man, with your past lovers. And you always going to think there's another man out there because you don't have so many men run in and out you like ants do an anthill. That's what that means. And she had a man that made good money. The reason why it didn't last because her fucking mouth, her attitude, she wasn't pleasant to be around. She probably didn't think she had to cook or clean. And that man got tired of that. That's why. A man who has worked hard to become something in life is not going to tolerate, unless he's a beta male sucker simp, lame simp, sucker simp. If he's one of those, he'll tolerate a woman acting like that. A man who got his balls in order, his balls hanging, his life in order, and making money and being productive is not going to tolerate that foolishness from any woman. That's why it don't last. Men who make big money, 9 times out of 10, not all, 9 times out of 10, they have self-worth and self-respect, and they ain't gonna let you run all over them, Jack. They know how to walk the fuck away. And that's one of the most powerful tools that a man can have when dealing with any woman, no matter how beautiful or how fair that broad may be, man. Can you dig it? A woman is like a bus. Every 30 minutes, another one coming.
You can't. It's not gonna work. It's only a matter of time. I have another auntie, and she basically had good guys all across the board, but I don't think no guy was ever enough for her. She always felt like she can do better. So this auntie, she's pretty attractive. When she would leave one guy, she would leave one guy to a better guy. Then she would leave this guy to a better guy. So each guy that she would deal with always was like a step up, a step up, a step up. And then towards the end, it was like, I guess that's the end of it. Then after that, then you kind of see them just be in their older ages. They either be cat ladies or dog ladies. Now it's unfortunate, and I know if my people was to hear this, they'd be like, "Oh, he's bashing us." But no, the reason why I bring these stories up is because people can learn something from it.
That's right. People can learn from this type of shit, this reality shit, man. You understand me? So you got a timeline here. The clock is ticking, and every woman is on it. Question is, where is she on that timeline? A lot of you gentlemen are meeting women every day that's somewhere on that timeline right now. And it's the women who are not getting engaged, the women who are not married. They are on that hoish timeline that leads them to being bitter for the rest of the day. Mother effing life. Can you dig it, Jack? Ooh, can you dig it? God damn, I dug that. Can you dig it with a shovel? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to do some more videos for you this morning, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this content. Hope everybody had a good New Year. I know I did. I hope you do too. Ate some good food. Hope you did too. You know. Well, some of you got these modern day women out here. Y'all ain't eat shit. Y'all got Uber Earths and Uber Eats and all the other stuff like that, man. I'm sad. I'm sad. I feel sad for you. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Enjoy my Mac Allen and my little cigar. I'll talk to you later. Take it easy now, yeah.